Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and this is coming to you from my home, here in Cave Junction, Oregon. Tonight's piece is titled Criminal Conspiracy and Racketeering, committed by Josephine County, Oregon, law enforcement officials and judges. The document can be read at arkenterprises.com/JOCORACK. That's JOCORACK.html. To begin with, I should like to quote a portion of our Declaration of Independence of this constitutional republic. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among them these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation upon such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them that shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light or transient causes, and accordingly all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they have become accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government, and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. Let us take this to the present day here in Josephine County. I have been persecuted and prosecuted by the law enforcement agencies and the courts here in Josephine County, Oregon, for the last 9 years. They have never convicted me, the living man, yet they kidnap me, they steal my property, and they hold me hostage for the debts of a fictitious individual created by them. This most recent situation is traced to January 3rd on a traffic stop. You may read the details of the stop at arkenterprises/JOCORACK HTML. On the 3rd of January, I was stopped on a traffic stop by State Officer Patrolman Eric Tholberg. He cited me for driving while suspended, which is a false charge, and the meat of this issue, and having private plates on my private automobile. He would not listen to reason. He did not heed the certified court publication of the transference of the automobile from the public sector of the DMV to the private sector owned holistically by myself. On January 5th, I sent an affidavit of conditional acceptance and request for proof of claim to each of 7 people in the state and county, requiring that they show proof of claim that the traffic stop was legitimate and the citation also. Each of these individuals were asked to respond via their own affidavit based on their own private, unlimited commercial liability, 10 days after receipt of the certified mail of the affidavit sent to them. The Josephine County officials and the state officials are as follows: Sheriff Gil Gilbertson, Judge Thomas Hull, Court Administrator Kirk Brust, District Attorney Stephen Campbell, Oregon State Police Sergeant Jeff Fitzgerald, State Patrolman Eric Thulberg, and the Attorney General of the State of Oregon, John Kroger. The certified mailing was received by each of the Josephine County officials on the 6th of January. The Attorney General received his on the 9th of January 2012. Today is January 23rd, 2012, and there has been no response to any of the questions that have been submitted to them. These questions, accompanied by my affidavit, have been in the past sent repeatedly to Gilbertson, Hull, Brust, Campbell, and Fitzgerald. All have refused to answer the questions which they are required to answer in writing by law. This last affidavit also has not been answered. It indicates that they have no concern for the law that they purport to enforce and uphold. All are in commercial default, to the tune of millions of taxpayers' dollars. The maxims of commerce which pertain to this issue are as follows. The law states, in commerce, truth is sovereign. Exodus 20:16, Psalms 117:2, Matthew 6:33, John 8:32, 2 Corinthians 13:8, and the legal maxim is, to lie is to go against the mind. Next is, the truth is expressed by means of an affidavit. Leviticus 5:4-5, Leviticus 6:3-5, Leviticus 19:11-13, Matthew 5:33, James 5:12. Next is the unrebutted affidavit. Stands as truth in commerce. Peter 1:25, Hebrews 6:13-15. The legal maxim, he who does not deny admits. An unrebutted affidavit becomes the judgment in commerce. Hebrew 6:16-17. Any proceeding in a court, tribunal, or arbitration forum consists of a contest or a duel of commercial affidavits, wherein the points remaining unrebutted in the end stand as the truth in the matter to which the judgment of the law is applied. The same questions of jurisdiction which every responsible policy-making agent for the state of Oregon and county of Josephine has refused to answer for the last 9 years may be read on the document found on arkenterprises.com/jocorack.html. In the signed and notarized affidavit sent to all subjects above, the secured party creditor, Raymond Ronald Karchevsky, asks the following of all subjects. He asks that you answer these jurisdictional questions regarding the natural man, Raymond Ronald Karchevsky, within 10 days of receipt of this certified mailing. A non-response by your oath or affidavit will constitute agreement that charges brought against this living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient, natural man, creditor, and secured party, Raymond Ronald Karchevsky, are unfounded in common law, and that secured party creditor's position is true and lawful, and his unalienable right to liberty, which includes the right to travel, is being systematically infringed upon by the Josephine County Sheriff's deputies and the Oregon State Police officers, and backed up by the Josephine County courts. Failure and or refusal to bring forth such proof of claim within 10 days of receipt of this notice will jointly place each of you in commercial dishonor, and thus constitute an admission of damage and injury to Raymond Ronald Karchevsky, a living, breathing, flesh and blood, sentient natural man, in the amount of $2 million. To the people of Oregon and Josephine County, I not only hold these public servants accountable for their crimes against the people, I hold you accountable for your lack of responsibility in not ensuring that our constitutional republic remains intact. America, when are you going to understand that this is how you must approach your public servants who commit crimes against you? They work for you. You are not a slave to them.